Greetings, family. It's your boy, the minister, the Reverend Jonathan R. Whitfield, coming back at you once again with a whole nother video. Yes, Virgo Man video. Y'all know I love making these videos. I love encouraging people, encouraging the family. Y'all know I be focusing on like Virgo men, zodiac stuff like that. But I'm very well versed in just relationships, and I'm gonna start making more videos just about relationships in general, relationship advice. I am no relationship guru. I'm just a minister. A guy who been through a lot and I've learned things. So I just like to teach people the things that I've learned. And some of these things may or may not work for you, but especially from a man's perspective, I have a lot of information to give other men and people because I mentor men and young boys and stuff like that. It's what I do. I'm a counselor as well. So all this is a part of my business. So yes, y'all already know timestamps going to be in the video in the description box below. So you want to skip all my introduction, just hit the timestamps and skip ahead. So, yes, thank you everybody who be subscribing and reposting my videos and stuff like that. I really appreciate y'all, man. I really do. Y'all already know. If you want to donate to my Africa trip, it's gonna be it's a GoFundMe link in the description. Hit that. I appreciate you. And also, if you need to book a private session, my private session email is JWhitfieldInspires@gmail.com. My private session is not free. A lot of people getting upset about that. But I give you great information, great advice. I bring it from the heart, from my experience, the things that I learned to do the situation. So yeah, you need that. Hit your boy up. So today, man, we're gonna focus on something that a lot of women be asking, a lot of people be asking, and that is, why do Virgo men never express their feelings? And I keep looking to the side because I got my notes. Y'all already know. Why do Virgo men never express their feelings? We do express our feelings. Those who don't know, I'm a Virgo. But this is why we never express it to y'all, so y'all can really figure this out and really know and understand. So I'm gonna go through a list of things, and these things may not apply to every and all Virgo men. It's just it's about 7 or 8 things I put together as to the most, in my opinion, the most popular reasons or the most reasonable thing, the reason why he would not express his feelings with you and with most people. So, number 1, time. He's probably not expressing his feelings to you yet because it takes time for us and him to open up. You know, we have to get comfortable with you to get to that level of where we want to express all our feelings to you and things like that. And that's not going to come overnight. It's just not going to come overnight. He got to get comfortable with you. He got to be around you more. And I know some of y'all are like, well, how can I get time with him if he won't ever show up, if he won't ever be there? It's a trial and error. It's sometimes hard to get Virgo men to do stuff. You know, I mean, we do stuff, but it's hard to get him to like conform, so to speak. Could take time. I mean, if you just getting to know him, you know, he's not going to trust you off the bat. You know, he's not going to give you all that time, but time will come. Yeah, remember, we move slow. Virgo men move very slow when it comes to relationships, and especially when it comes to feelings and trust and stuff like that and time. So we are very, very busy. We always got something going on. We're always involved in something, you know, so our time is very limited. Time is very precious. We don't play with time, you know. Our time is very valuable to us, you know. But you got to take time to warm up to you, you know, to family and friends, everything, you know, and getting comfortable. For example, my last relationship, right around the beginning of the relationship, girl I was dating, you know, I was still getting to know her, you know, and I was just getting comfortable being around her. And she immediately wanted to take me around her friends, her family. And then when I go around her friends and family, she want to spend hours and hours there. And I used to be so uncomfortable. I hate being around uncomfortable situations and unfamiliar people, you know, because it forces me to, you know, I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna, you know, be cordial. But it forces me to be in a situation environment for hours on end that I don't want to be. Right? And most Virgo men don't want to be there like that if he just getting to know you. So if you got him around your family, your friends like that, you know, don't force him, you know, give him time, you know, do it in spurts, you know, 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, you know what I'm saying? And eventually he'll just love it. But anyway, one time she took me around her friends that she knew forever. I ain't know them from Adam or Eve, you know what I'm saying? And I was so uncomfortable. I wasn't talking, you know, I wasn't doing anything. I was just kind of, I ain't like, I was being a little rude. I mean, I wasn't like saying bad things, but I was just kind of to myself, because they was catching up and things like that, and I felt like I had really no dog in the fight. You know what I'm saying? I was just to myself on my phone, and she looked at me, why you ain't saying that? Why? I was just like, I'm very uncomfortable right now, because one, I'm like the new boyfriend, so it's just like I'm forced to be here. I don't want to be like I'm ready to go. You're not catching the hint that I'm ready to leave, so I'm just like, what do I do? I didn't want to come over here in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And I was just so uncomfortable, and she wasn't giving me time to get to know her friends, man. You know what I'm saying? And I was at their house. If we would have been in like a public setting, I would have been a little more at ease because I could control the situation, you know. And I had to let her know how I felt. I like, hey, don't do that. Give me some time. But anyway, um, it took me a long time to get comfortable with her because I didn't know her before I dated her. We just met somewhere, whatever. But I'm outside, y'all hear music and stuff. But I needed time, and he needed time to get to know you. So he's not going to start expressing all these things to you that you want to do up front. Because who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I mean, I know that sounds bad, but like, who are you? Just like when a guy come to you and from the first date he want to automatically sleep with you. You like, who are you? I mean, yeah, you cool, but let's pull it back. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, give him time. He needs time. Another reason, number two, that he may not ever open up his feelings for you or express his feelings to you is that trust. He may not trust you just yet, and trust comes with time. Trust is a big thing for Virgos, because one, whatever our thoughts, our feelings, and our mindset, everything that we do is sacred to us. Virgos are very private. Virgos are very secretive. Not secretive as in we hide and cheating, but secretive as in whatever we hold dear to us is sacred. And we're not just gonna express and give that to anybody and any woman. It just don't happen like that. You honestly have to earn that. You have to earn his trust, just like a man should have to earn your trust. You know, um, but he's not opening up yet because he don't trust you yet. And I'm sorry, that's bugs out here. I'm trying not to fan, but that's not a bad thing yet. I mean, I know some of y'all probably been dealing with a Virgo for a long time, and like, yo, it still ain't been enough time. It still ain't been enough trust. And I'm gonna get to that. But yeah, this dude, everything to him is sacred, and so before he start trusting you with these sacred things, he need time with you. He got to see that you are worthy and that you're an honorable person, and that you're not just gonna blow up on him when you get mad and tell out his business. We look at it like this. I started trusting you with everything that I am, and then you get mad, we break up and leave. You leave with all my secrets, everything that's near and dear to me. And Virgo's not the type to just be with this girl, be with this girl, be with this girl. That's tiring. That every time you start dating somebody, you have to pour out all your heart and soul. And how much do you have to give? You know what I'm saying? It's a hard and it's a lot. So we are calculated. We don't want miles on us. We don't want to get run out and run down by doing this for every woman. So what does that mean? That means you have to earn it. You have to show yourself approved, like the Bible says. You have to show that you're worthy. Just like a man should have to show you that he's worthy. You don't have to you don't have to give yourself to every man that you meet just because he wanted, just because he feel entitled. It doesn't matter what he feels. It doesn't matter about what you value as a person, as a woman. Same concept, but the trust will come. He got to see that he can trust you because Virgo has them very deep, and you may not be ready for his deep feelings. That's another thing. A lot of people not ready. That's number 4. I wasn't gonna add that, but I just kind of went into it. Let the spirit move. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if you're ready for us to express to you everything that we're feeling, because we have a lot of thoughts and feelings. A lot of women say they're ready, but they're not ready. I know one time I was dating a woman. She was like, "I need you to open up to me. You need to tell me what's on your mind. I want to be here for you. I want to do this. I want to do that." I'm like, okay. She was practically begging me to open up, and I had my doubts, but I did because I liked her and I wanted her to know that, okay, I'm gonna start opening up. So I began to open up to her and start to tell her. And then she started to chastise me for what I started to say, for my thoughts, my views, and my feelings. And I said, this is why. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point in time, I didn't know if I can trust her with my thoughts and feelings, you know. But then she started to not like what I was, what I was doing, what I had going on. And that's her right to do so. But um, it was just unfortunate, the way she was doing, because Virgos have a lot of deep feelings. We gotta have somebody we can trust with our thoughts and feelings, because it's not easy. Especially me. I'm in like ministry, so I have to do a lot of stuff, and I have to contemplate a lot of thoughts and feelings. I have to war with things. You got to have somebody with me that understands what I'm going through, or at least can understand that I have to have different thoughts and feelings and battles. And every man have to have different battles and stuff like that. So, um, he don't know if you're ready or not. So he got to see if you are ready. And that comes with time and trust, right? Yes. Number what? 4? I think I got stuff written down all wrong. His past. Another reason why he may not be opening up to you and spreading his feelings is because he been through a lot of stuff, like most people. But Virgos, we take stuff differently when we go through things in life, particularly like past relationships, breakups. Virgos take breakups very, 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 very difficult and very hard, and it really can ruin it for all women. I mean, you can have a quote unquote good man that's a Virgo, but because he's been hurt, he's no good for no. I ain't say no good, but it's hard for him to open up to a woman, because just like you might be asking him to open up, he opened up to that last woman. And see, Virgos don't open up to everybody. So when we do open up, we really trust in this person. And when that trust fails, it fails catastrophically. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I said that right, but because we value it so deeply, right? And so when it breaks and it fails, we can barely fathom why it happened, because we tried our best to make it perfect, and we did all the right things in our mind. And so it's like, man, so that it's going to be difficult for the next woman. If he hasn't healed properly, if he hasn't taken the time to really build himself up, it's going to be difficult for the next woman to really get him open up, because I promise the last woman probably said everything you saying. She probably was just as sweet as you are, just as lovely. Like, oh, baby, you can open up to me. I'm here for you. Lay your head on my chest. You know what I'm saying? And then one day she betrayed him for whatever reason, and so his past matters. So if you want to open up to you and he's not, asking him about his past and what he's been through, and why. Have those conversations. He'll begin to open up. Also, his childhood, the way his upbringing. A lot of people have been through things in their childhood. And I was talking to a young lady the other night, man. We're just having a conversation about how we was raised and brought up. I learned some things about her. She learned things about me. And it was just real dope to see how our childhood really shapes our adulthood. Like, it makes a difference. I might make a separate video. It makes a difference if, like, some people come out of 2-parent households, some people come out of single parent households. All these things does affect us. Like, I come from a 2-parent household, and for a long time, I only dated women who came from 2-parent household. Not saying by choice, like, oh, I'm only gonna date these women, but it just that was how I was around. My father was pastor and this and that, so I was used to women who had that similar upbringing. And then I got college, maybe a little bit after college, and I started, dating a lot of women who really didn't grow up in the same 2-parent household, and it was different. For me, it was a different flavor. Some of them, well, most of them, from my experience, some of them had like a lot of father issues, what I'm saying, or they had issues against men. And it was very difficult for me to really date them. What I'm saying? I was hitting roadblocks that I just didn't understand, like, what was going on. I don't know how I got on this. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic, but their upbringing their upbringing played a major role in how they interact with me. So his upbringing, maybe he'd been through some things in his childhood, in his past, that caused him to shrink back. And so you need to talk about these things, but he'll only talk about them as he gets to trust you, and the trust is not gonna come overnight. You have to show him that he's safe with you, just like you want to be safe with him. The next thing, I think I'm on number 5. I may have lost count. He may not be opening up to you or expressing his feelings to you because of the way that you treat him. And this is a big one. This might be the most important one. Um, just like I don't want to compare it to no dog, but just like a puppy, right? If you get a new puppy, if you treat that puppy bad, that puppy is gonna be afraid of you. That puppy's gonna be afraid of people. Every time you see that puppy, he gonna walk around with his legs tucked between his tail tucked between his legs. You know, his ears shrink back. But if you get a puppy love, you know what I'm saying, and treat a puppy right, every time you come home, the puppy will love you and be your man's best friend. It's the same concept. We would not open up to you if you treat us bad. And what I mean by bad, I mean like it's always a fight and argument when we try to talk to you. You have this thing against men. You know, like I talk to I encounter a lot of women who they be want men to do these things, but when men really start to express themselves, they can't handle it. They can't handle the masculinity that the man's bring because the society be teaching women that men have to do this, they have to do that, or men can't say this, they can't say that. And if a man even shows a hint of masculinity, then that's toxic. You know, so and then also with some of the upbringings, a lot of women had to do things for themselves, causing them to treat men a certain way. You know, it's rough. It really is rough out here for the brothers. You know what I'm saying? But he's not gonna open up to you. He's always gonna fight with you, argue with you when he's trying to express himself. And if you talk to him rough all the time, as if his feelings don't matter, his mind don't matter, what he feels about a man don't matter, or as a man don't matter, or you have a condescending tone, you know, or you don't listen to him, you know, he's not gonna open up to you because we can feel that. No man wants to deal with that. You just don't want to deal with it. You know, you got to change your approach to him and be more loving and kind, you know, and more attentive and more inviting. Just let him talk, you know, change the environment, change your approach. But because when I do my private sessions, this is one of the biggest things or one of the biggest mistakes women be making when they trying to get Virgo men to open up is that they always over talking him. They don't want to let him talk. They don't want to hear him. Every 5 seconds they cut him off. They just can't handle what he's saying. They just can't handle it. And he's not really coming at them. He's just really trying to express himself. He can't express himself because it's always a battle, you know. And she feels like she's trying to be controlled. Well, another reason why he may not be open up to you is because you're trying to force him to open up to you. And nobody likes to be forced to do anything. Virgo men hate being forced to do anything. We hate it. You know, it's not an ego thing. We just don't like being told what to do. And you know, and so if you be barking down his throat, you know what I'm saying? You need to open up. It's not gonna make him want to do it. For example, I always use finances as an example. Like most men, right, especially Virgo men, don't mind paying for a woman's like date and food and stuff like that. We actually like doing it because we like providing for a woman. But we don't want to do it if a woman feels entitled. Like, you the man, you got to do this. You the man, you got to pay for this because you are a man. Like, hold up. First of all, who are you? You know. Second of all, you need to respect my money. You know, I don't have to do anything for you. You know, if we're going to be like that, if I got to do this, then you owe me sex or something. You know what I'm saying? You see how crazy that sounds? You know, nobody wants to feel entitled because of anything. But now men know, you know, their duties as men. But if you really respect him, respect his dollar, and respect his money, man, he'll pay for everything. You don't even mind because he see that you appreciate him, you know, and it's not forced. So Virgo men don't like to be forced. You just naturally just be appreciative of who you are and he'll start to open up to you. But it's just one reason. Another reason, I think number 7, I said it earlier, you don't listen to him, you know, and you talk over him. There's another reason why we hate when people don't listen. Because when we finally do open up or begin to open up, you know, you got women zoning off. Like, yo, do you want me to talk or what? Because Virgo men can be very long-winded. You know, we have a lot to say, and if you're not ready to hear what he got to say, then just don't get him going because it's very deflating. It's like, oh, let's talk about what's going on with you, and then you be like, well, you know, da 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 da. Like, then you start zoning off or start talking about something else. You be like, and he gonna just dismiss you. He not gonna say nothing to you. He gonna go talk to somebody who's gonna listen. I told y'all in another video what Erykah Badu said. They asked Erykah Badu what's her secret to men or something like that. I forgot how they asked her, but she was like, her only secret is that she listens to them. She listens to them. you know, and that's very dynamic. She listened to him. 'Cause men don't get to express their feelings like that, and when we do, we get nonsense from people. But there are women out there who understand how to talk to a man, how to get a man to open up. Y'all need to find these women to talk to them because they're gonna teach you something, you know. But listen to him. Don't talk over him. You know, yeah, he is a man, and I know y'all are all male ego is fragile, but it's natural for a man to want to feel like a man. You want to feel dominant. You want to feel like a conqueror. Just like as a woman, you want to feel feminine. You want to feel love. You want to feel like your womanhood is sacred. You know, so don't just because a man wants to feel like a man doesn't mean he's a toxic man. That's what he naturally wants to feel like, masculine and dominant. You know, not masculine dominant where oh, you're a woman, you need to shut up. No, that's not what I mean. I mean, just naturally, you just want to feel like a man, you know? And the last thing, I'm going to wrap this up. And it's more reason, but these are some of the main ones. Okay, and the last thing, I'm trying to wrap this up. He may not be used to doing it. He may not be used to opening up like that, you know? Because Virgo, like I said, we are very private, we're very secretive, and we stay to ourselves a lot. Virgos are loners. We do a lot of things alone. You got to understand, this man, before you, he probably alone all the time. Yeah, you might see him with people out and about, but I'm telling you, like 90% of the time, he's alone by himself with his own thoughts and feelings. So you going from being alone all the time to now being with a woman like every day or every other day, and she asks you to open up this and that. It's a behavior switch that's going on. So now you got to figure out how you're going to do this, you know, because you're not used to it. So he may just not be used to it. It may be hard for him. And it is hard for a lot of men to open up because in our society, you know, you're taught that, or when men begin to express feeling, we'll say that is weak, or stop that crying. Men don't supposed to express feelings. Men not supposed to do this. So a lot of guys grow up with that, you know, and it's still hitting inside them, you know, and so they're not accustomed to, other than their mother, they're not accustomed to expressing their feelings to some random woman. I don't mean for you random, but you gotta understand, you might be just coming into his life or whatever. Even if you've been in his life for a year, it takes time, you know. And if you're doing all these things that I've named, it's gonna be very difficult for him. And if he's not used to it, you gotta make him comfortable. You know, make him comfortable around you. Talk to him. You know, be sweet, be kind. You know, I'm telling you, that's all you gotta do. Soft-spoken, sweet, kind, and loving, inviting. It's not gonna happen overnight, but I guarantee if you change your approach, you'll make him comfortable. He'll begin to open up, and don't chastise him if he can't open up to you, if it's hard for him, because that's not gonna help. That's almost like if a child's afraid of something and you try to beat it out of a child, it's not gonna make the child any more or less afraid of whatever it is, or it's not gonna make the child, you know, it's not. You gotta treat that with love, you know, and just respect. You know, you don't gotta be like, oh baby, you can open up to me. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta do all that. You just let them know, hey, look, you can open up to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for you. You know, we both got things we've been through. You know, I want you to let you know that this is a safe environment. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna beat you over here. You know, I see you as a man. I value your manhood. I respect you. That's all you gotta do. And give it some time. Don't, you know, because he gotta learn that you for real, that you serious. You know, but don't belittle the fact that it may be hard for him, because it's hard for people sometimes out here. So, you know, but yeah, so just give him some time, man. It might be hard for him to understand that, you know, because if something hard for somebody, it's just hard for them. You know, you don't know what people have been through out here in this life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if he really started to open up, he might just break down crying. You don't know. You know, because sometimes I know a lot of men that they never had a chance to express themselves to anybody. I've talked to men personally who just having a man to man, and brothers end up crying. I've done it myself, because sometimes you don't have nobody, or you feel like you don't have nobody, or people chastise you for expressing your feelings, and you don't have a safe space. So when you do finally get a safe space, you might just break down. And this is why he got to get comfortable with you, because I'm not saying he's gonna break down, but you don't know. And just say if he does break down, you can't be the type of woman that look at him like, oh, this man's crying. While he's crying, he'll hate you forever. You know, and you're not a good woman if you look at him like that. You telling him to express himself, and he end up just having a moment. You know, he'll hate you forever. I mean, when I say hate, I mean hate. He'll hate you forever. He'll never talk to you again. You know, because that's a vulnerability for a man. That's why, especially Virgo men, it's hard. We have to find the right woman that's going to allow you to do that. And I don't care what woman it is. If I get to do that and she do me like that, I'm just like, hey, look, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting upset now, man. You ain't having it. But yeah, man, I'll keep that in mind, man. But it is hope. But if you look at these things and kind of reverse some of these things or think about some of these things and try it out, I guarantee he'll begin to open up to you. So yeah. So y'all, look, if you need a private session about your situation or any situation that you may be going through, you don't have to be a Virgo man. Book a private session with me at JWhitfieldInspires and holla at your boy, man.